Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Monday, May 4th already. This is the sixth week of our home schooling, so it's going by pretty fast. Okay, so to start off today, let's look at our math lesson. So we'll start with grammar. For grammar this week, we're going to be talking about adverbs. Last week, we talked about adjectives. And remember, adjectives describe a noun. Well, adverbs describe verbs. So, an adverb describes an action verb. Adverbs can tell the place, time, or the manner an action takes place. Adverbs answer the questions where, when, or how. Most adverbs that tell how an action takes place end in ly. So let's look at this. So this is to draw one line under each adverb that tells how. Circle the verb that the adverb describes. So Mom and I walked carefully down to the edge of the pond. Well, let's identify the verb first. So the verb in this sentence, Mom and I walked carefully down to the edge of the pond. So the verb is walked, right? So that's our verb. And how did I walk? I walked carefully. That's how I walked. So carefully would be the adverb because it tells how I walked. How. Okay. This next one, we eagerly ate our picnic lunch. So ate would be the verb. How did we eat our lunch? We ate it eagerly. So that's the adverb. Okay, so that's pretty easy. Just finding the verb, and looks like all of these are going to be how, answering the question how did you do whatever the verb was. Okay, and then for spelling this week, our spelling words are all, oops, that's the wrong one. Our spelling words are going to be double vowels. So they vowel team syllables. So there's the vowel team, I guess. So there's two vowels in each word that make just one sound. So explained, remain, reading, detail, soak, monkey, brief, teen, about, allowing, complain, enjoys, poison, repeats, and unreal. So if you notice, each of these words have two letters together that represent the vowel. Like this one is an oddball one. This is OW and EY, OU, EA, OI, OY, AI, EA. So all of those are vowel teams in the word. So that's what you're going to be looking for today. Okay, so let's go to... Okay, so this week's essential question is, why are goals important? So as we read stories and things this week, we will be thinking about that. Why are goals important? And you will probably have a reading assignment on that, not today, but later in the week. So be thinking about why goals are important to you. Okay, and here is our unit opener. Let's, see if I can move it up. See what our...
Learning to succeed. Why are goals important? Jason loves to ski and has always dreamed of competing in a race. He worked hard and exercised every day. He practiced and practiced. And now look at him go. Jason achieved his goal. Imagine how proud he must feel. It's exciting when we achieve our goals. Matt, Juan, and Tony are celebrating. They practiced and won their soccer tournament. Some goals take years to achieve. Musicians have to practice for many hours to become good enough to play in an orchestra like this one. Joanna's goal is to be a member of an orchestra someday too. Her goal helps her focus on what she wants to achieve. She practices hard, knowing that one day it will be worth it.
Okay, so we are going to listen to an interactive read aloud. And the name of this one is Mae Jemison, astronaut. So I want you to listen to the story as it is read aloud. And remember when we watched about the International Space Station? Well, this woman has gone to the International Space Station and lived there for a while. So let's listen to her story.
Mae Jemison, astronaut. In Alabama in 1956, a baby was born. Her parents named her Mae. As they watched their new baby in the crib, they could not have imagined that one day she would fly through space. Dreaming of space. At an early age, Mae Jemison became fascinated with space travel. She was 13 when Apollo 11 made its moon mission. For the first time, astronauts walked on the moon. This historic event gave Mae dreams of traveling into space. Mae graduated from high school with honors at the age of 16. She went to Stanford University and majored in chemical engineering and Afro-American studies. But Mae had many other interests as well. She enjoyed dance, theater, and football. And always, Mae held a deep love for science and space. Helping others. Her thirst for knowledge led Mae to medical school. She traveled to Africa and Asia, where she used her skills to help poor people get the medical treatment they needed. Back in the United States, she opened her own doctor's office in California. Space at last. In 1985, she decided it was time to apply to the space program. She had never lost her interest in space travel. She knew it was a long shot, as not many women had been accepted. She felt confident that the time was right for her. Only a few African American men had gone into space, but no African American women. In 1987, she got the call she hoped for. Mae had made it into the space program. In September of 1992, after years of training, Mae Jemison boarded the Space Shuttle Endeavour. Mae, along with 6 other astronauts, blasted off into space. Realizing her dreams at last, Mae Jemison became the first African American woman in space.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. She accomplished a lot of things in her life, so she must have set many, many goals and been able to accomplish all of that in her life. So, what are some of the goals you have, and where do you think your goals are going to take you in your life? Okay, let's move on to our vocabulary words for this week. So, this week's vocabulary words are communicated, essential, goal, motivated, professional, research, serious, and specialist. Oh, I gotta open up my book. Hang on. Okay, so let's look at these. So the first word is communicated. Communicated is a person who communicates with others, passes along feelings, thoughts, or information to them. So Maura and her friends communicated by writing emails to each other. Okay, and our next word is essential. Essential is something that is very important or necessary. We've heard a lot about essential workers right now, about what's going on. Is it essential for you to leave your home? That word essential has been used a lot lately. So essential is something that is very important or something that is necessary. So let's...
Essential. Something essential is very important or necessary.
So a toothbrush is an essential tool for cleaning teeth. So the doctors and nurses and all the hospital workers are essential workers that have helped us through this coronavirus time, right? Okay, the next word is goal. Goal. A goal is something a person wants or tries to get or to become. So Nick reached his goal and learned to swim. The next word is motivated. A person who is motivated has a reason for doing something. So Jerry was motivated to learn to play his guitar, so he practiced every day.
Motivated. A person who is motivated has a reason for doing something.
Okay. And then professional. A professional job requires special education. So professional is something that you've worked at to become a professional. So Ted works as a professional police officer. Research is a carefully study to find and learn new facts, to research. So Melanie's mom is a scientist, and she uses a microscope to do research. Serious. When something is serious, that means it's something that is very, very important, something to pay attention to. So Winnie pays attention because she is serious about getting good grades. And a specialist knows a great deal about something. So Dr. Morrison is a specialist in sports medicine. I believe that's all. We're back to communicated. So there you go with all of that. And so you will, and so then today I want you to read in your, you'll go into your Wonders app and read this story, Rocketing into Space. And remember, the essential question is, why are goals important? So read how one man uses his education and experience to reach his goals. So you'll read that story. And then I want you to go over these, to reread what it means to reread, problems and solutions. I want you to read that in the book. This is a biography, and we've gone over this before, but biography, and then look at Greek and Latin words. So that's what I want you to do in your reading book today. And that is all of our reading lessons. So I hope you have a nice day. There's not too much to do, so you should be able to get it all done fairly easily. And I will talk to you later. Have a nice day.